Hello, I am Susana Marquez, and I co-lead the AIRR Community Diagnostics Working Group with Ulrich Stervo. And on behalf of the Diagnostics Working Group and also the Meetings Committee, welcome to bringing AIRR-seq to the clinic, mapping the challenges. And this is a special event that we have organized to better understand the regulatory landscape surrounding AIRR-seq-based products in clinical settings, from disease to diagnostics and monitoring. We also see this event as an opportunity for our community to reflect on where we are and what we have accomplished and what else we can do in the short term or long term to make an impact in the clinical practice. The AIRR Community is a research-driven group organizing around the use of high-throughput sequencing technologies to study B-cell and T-cell receptor repertoires, and it is a committee of the Antibody Society. It currently has 7 working groups, and the Diagnostics Working Group acts as an umbrella for clinic-oriented members of various working groups. And over the years, this community has put a lot of effort into enhancing the robustness of data generation and data representation by developing protocols and standards for data and metadata. If we think about where the expertise of each working group falls in the context of the clinical use of AIRR-seq-based products, we could have something like this. Obviously, it's a simplification, but we could have something like this, where in the middle green lane with arrows, we have a simplified clinical use case, starting with sample and metadata collection and moving through a data processing and analysis workflow until we reach a point where a medical decision is made. And in the areas of expertise of the different working groups are the blue boxes at the top, and they span the areas in the sample processing lane that match their expertise. And then at the bottom, we have a few regulatory key points, such as the in vitro diagnostics regulation, IVDR, the medical device regulation, MDR, and the software as medical device regulations, which they all have requirements that need to be satisfied to have a medical device, a medical product that can be used in the clinics. And this always needs to be done in the context of having a clear intended use of those products. And today, our speakers will shed light on different aspects of these regulatory pathways. And if you want to learn more about the AIRR community and even meet in person, know that next year we have our in-person gathering in Portland. And the save the date is out. We will update the website with further details as soon as we have them, but you can mark your calendars. And today's session will be moderated by Professor Dr. Enkelejda Miho from the University of Applied Sciences, Northwestern, Switzerland. And Dr. Miho is a professor of digital life sciences and a team leader of the Laboratory of Artificial Intelligence in Health, as well as a group leader at the Swiss Bioinformatics Institute. And her research focuses on the use of computer science and artificial intelligence for drug discovery and personalized medicine. And she's also teaching digital transformation in healthcare and artificial intelligence in drug discovery, among others. And with that, I will give the stage to Dr. Miho. And I will stop sharing so she can start sharing.
Thank you, Susanna. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm very excited today actually to be part not only of the AIRR community, but also to introduce this amazing panel that we will have later. First, we will hear the talks. So Professor Dr. Jacqueline Roth will start. She's from the University of Pennsylvania. She's leading the digital pathology, clinical pathology lab. Then Professor Frederic Davy from the University of Paris will talk to us about how we can use AIRR-seq sequencing data for basically diagnostics, and how can we standardize these methods as part of, he has been also a founder of a standardization group, so the European Biomed 2, and then it was called also Euroclonality. So these first speakers will tell us everything about the uses, the challenges, the validations of actually AIRR sequencing data for diagnostics. Then we'll jump into the regulatory experts with Alexander Bernier. He's Montreal-based. He's a PhD candidate at the University of Toronto, and he will tell us a bit about ethics and what we would need to do actually to regulate and to go into the market, to go into the clinics with the AIR sequencing data sets and with our research efforts. Then we'll have Janus Hackenbeck. He's from the Institute, Johanner Institute, and he's an expert in medical device software. So basically in ESC 62304 and ISO 13485. These are two standards very important for software, so for actually bringing software as clinical support decision systems, for example, to the market. So we will bridge them the gap. We will map first the challenges in research and validation of these assays, experimental and bioinformatic tools, and then we'll bridge the gap to the market by understanding what we would need to do, what we need to do for the regulations of these tools, basically, to bring them really to the clinic.